I'm putting on a bit of beef. If you don't mind, because it looks ridiculous. I'll loosen it. Plus you'll see me man boobs. You see my nipples? No. No, it's not watching porn. This is a clean station, this one. Do I watch porn? No. I do not watch porn. Why am I talking about this? Exploitation. Both ways. And it's sad to see. Boycott. I say. Boycott. All those sites. Don't visit them. Boycott them. It's a good job I wear trousers, isn't it? If I wore a kilt. Would I wear a kilt? No. No. Not with my legs. If I had hairy legs, I would. I've got hardly any leg hair on my legs. They're quite muscly, but it's more like it's. I wish I had more hair on my legs. Well, they look like women's legs. I can laugh at myself. I'm allowed to. Are you still there? What am I going to talk about with you? I am. I'll keep my hair back today. I've got lots to talk about today. Lots. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. Well, what am I going to do? Get on with it. Okay. Thanks for calling, by the way. I have some funny introductions. I don't know what I'm going to say as an introduction. People plan introductions. I don't. I just sit down and say, here we go. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Thanks for calling. You know, you'll get peace here. Just for a moment you'll get peace. You can always call back. When you went into any building, rally, crowd, football matches, you went into a frequency. Yeah? We all went into a frequency. And you pick up on the frequency that you're in. It is drawn through the hair, which is an antenna, vibrating. You get what I'm saying? So you come here. And what sort of frequency will you experience? I hope it is of the kingdom of my Father, the kingdom just dwells in me. I need no rule book, a Torah. Whatever's within me, whatever's within me, which I'll be talking about a little bit, because I'm going to refer to an ancient text. Now let me just get on to another point, because this is the point I was trying to make. When we have experiences, yeah, they may be really bad ones. You may have been took advantage of because you were a chosen one. You've been sent here as lambs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use whatever you've got an experience, haven't you, of a terrible thing that happened to you, haven't you, sweetheart? A number of things. Without those experiences, you would not have leaped into the next phase of your enlightenment. I'm going to explain why. I have an experience that I'm going through right now. Without this experience, I would not be able to draw on this experience as an illustration for a teaching point to anyone who listens. And you have the same, right? What I'm going to do is use my experience to explain. You can use your experience as an illustration to understand something that's really complex, simply by using your experience as an illustration. My example right now is I have been given a gift from above by my Father, and you have as well. That belongs to the kingdom, New Jerusalem. This is how serious this is, but I'm using it as an illustration of something great. So listen carefully. I trusted someone, he's on the wall here up here, called Spacey, Christopher Robson. I was inviting him slowly but surely into a position of great authority. But he played games. He came in with the spirit of Judas, wanted to be a part of the family, all for everything I said. And yet, Judas, this man up here, reincarnate Judas Iscariot, who was given another chance, but he stole of the kingdom when he stole of me. To help him progress, what I did was I made a contract via video, which is on my channel, of the tools that he said he would bring back on a certain date. The date has gone by long ago. Long ago. Still haven't received the tools. They're not just my tools. They are for New Jerusalem. They are part of the tools that is needed. And this man has the nerve to take tools from my father, who he provided for me, brand new, DeWalt, and all the other tools with it. He knew that he had to bring them back, and I went round to see him, took Bowser back and said, bring my key back that you have to my door. He's Bowser, and I want my tools back on the date that was promised. I think he had one day left or something. He did not return those tools. He sold my tools. Now the story continues on. I find out from a friend of mine that he sold the tools and he got so much money off it. A shop supposed to take addresses just in case it's stolen goods did not do its duty, sold my tools to one of my friends. He's got my tools now. One of my friends, he's not my friend. He holds the tools because he bought them off the shop. Are you following with the story? So, those tools are in the hands of a man who knows that they're stolen goods. Because apparently this spacey Christopher Robson has paid half the money to the man who bought the tools, because they wanted me to give them the money that that man bought the tools for, the same amount, to get my tools back. No. So I allow myself to be put in this position to show you, Christopher Robson, who you've been dealing with and what is about to happen to you. Now this is an illustration that I'm using to show you, you've been through similar things. and are about to go through similar things. Or maybe not. Maybe the time has arrived where everything gets exposed, and our Father makes everyone, including me, to reap what we sowed. What did we sow? Because Judgment Day is upon us. You sowed goodness. You are the righteous, and a righteous reward awaits you. I may come back to the illustration. I'm going to read to you. Maybe you need a little bit of a rest here from all the... Yeah, man. When they dealt with you, listen. They didn't realise who they were dealing with. And your experiences are put into the Akashic records for future. You look back, it's on record. It's on record. What you went through in this generation, as chosen ones, nothing was wasted. Every experience you had is going to push you further. Oh, yeah. Becoming bright, shining bright as the sons and daughters of the Almighty. Oh, Father, who wants to bless us. It's time to reward the faithful, the downtrodden, the poor, because we have poor amongst the body. Yeah, we have. But this poverty is to bring us into a more holy place in our body, in our conscious state, a lift, an enlightenment greater than what you were before you were here on this earth, before the foundation of the earth. You were enlightened souls, yes, but this is the icing on the cake for us, those who've returned Did you get it yet? Do you know who you are and why we're here together? There are many illustrations that we can draw from the past. Why this? Why that? How is Father communicating with us? Is there more to the event that we can draw from by looking a slightly different angle? So what we'll do, we'll have a break. What we're going to do is we're going to read Hebrews. This was an ancient text wrote 2,000 years ago, long time ago. So we have to go out of the mentality of the man who wrote it, what kind of guy he was. You know, you need to know the writer of whatever you're reading. Every time you read a book, you want to know, well, who wrote this? What kind of character was he? Who is he? He's telling a story here. What's it all about, Alfie? Yeah, man. Well, listen. I'll come back. And I'll read this. Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10. Obviously, Paul, this guy called Paul, but he was a very educated man, right? If you want to know a bit about history, very educated man. Taught at the feet of Gamaliel, a high-ranking guy in the Jewish community. And he has something to say. So he's coming from that perspective. We have to understand that. So he's going to talk about things of his day, his personal experience, what is surrounding him of the day. We're looking back in the history of a man who lived in that day. Yeah. Just shortly after Jesus died. After Yeshua died. It's that period of time, Paul. Yeah. And he's an interesting guy, you know. If you're not too familiar with it, it's worth finding out about Paul and what kind of guy he was. So, call back. We'll have a discussion on this. Yeah? I forgot what we had. I want to keep back. Keeps coming forward for some reason. It's really interesting. I'll bring out some nice points. Points. Don't think about this as oh, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. Think of it as art, think of it. There are many ancient texts, scripts that's been found, like in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Not just the books that we have today, but the other books, yeah? Are viewed as like that, yeah? An ancient scroll. And we're going to read his thoughts and transfer ourselves back to the time when he lived, how he was, what kind of guy, and what he tried to say about his time period when he lived and his observations. It's very interesting how he develops a thought about what was happening in his day. Yeah? And you had the temple. Yeah, in Jerusalem. Of that time period, it was incredible. It was Jerusalem. It was an incredible place. And this temple was incredible compared to the rest of the world. So look at it from that point of view, how important this was, and how he drew illustrations from his culture. Yeah. So as a historian, let's look back and try and get the feel. He was a Hebrew. He was Jewish. Yeah. He's got to have a Jewish mentality. Yeah. So, but he's from a Jewish mentality. He's actually jumped into a higher consciousness. The Jews have a great consciousness of our Father and all the Kabbalah and all this, but they can't jump any higher. They can't get there, no matter how hard they try. That's why there was illustrations in the temple. You had the holy and they had the most holy with a curtain, all illustrative of a greater meaning that I'm trying to unravel for us. So take your time. If you need to go back on a few things that I've said. What did he mean by that? Yes, scrutinise every single word if you wish. So please, call back. Oh. To be honest, I'm thirsty. I need a drink. So, call back. It's a good job I haven't got a killer. I know. Because you would... Hey? There's something happening today, isn't there? Up in Scotland. You know where they throw the... yeah. Yeah, there's a... The game of... Dum. Does a true Scotchman wear anything under his kilt? That's what I want to know. Perhaps you could tell us. We've got our own tartan, you know. It's called the Wiseman tartan. Mm-hmm. We've got our own tartan. Did you know that? It's our special tartan, the Wiseman's tartan. The sort of farmers that deal in dairy stuff, you know. And we decided, the Wisemans, to design our own tartan. Oh, it's a lovely colour as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Okay. I'll not be 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I promise.